Kia ora, and welcome to the last lap of 285 fiction writing. I'm sure this is a semester that none of us are going to forget anytime soon, but we're almost there. We're almost at the end, and I just want to just quickly record in this video here some information about the final assignment, the new or re-envisioned story. That's story 3. First of all, one of the most important aspects of this information is a new due date. Because of the delay to the semester, we're obviously going to push the due date forward. So the new due date is going to be the 19th of June. 19th of June for the final assignment, and I will make a post about this as well. So next, you might be asking, well, what is this final assignment, this new or re-envisioned story? First of all, I just want to be clear, there's no peer review associated with this final assignment. There are only 2 peer reviews total in the course, so if you've done 2 peer reviews, your peer reviewing is over. So a new story is pretty straightforward. That means that you just write a story from scratch. And this is appealing to students who just aren't interested in returning to the first 2 stories in any way. You've written those stories, you got them out of your system, you don't think there's much to tweak, you're not interested in going back to them in any way, you want to put them behind you and look ahead to some new material. That's perfectly fine. You may submit a new story for the final assignment. Others of you, and you can use your feedback as a guide, your tutorial feedback as a guide to this, others of you may think, well, you know what? The tutor didn't understand that story, my peers didn't get this aspect of it. I really liked the character though, and I want to write that character into another story. Or, I really enjoyed the setting. I thought that was really working, and that wasn't the story for that setting, but I do have a story for that setting that I want to tell. Or you may even say, there's some aspects of that story that I really liked. I really liked the way it began. I like that secondary narrative. I want to bring it up and make it a major narrative now. So a re-envisioned story can be somewhat holistic, should be somewhat holistic. In other words, it's not a tweak. A re-envisioned story isn't an edit. It's not going back to one of the first 2 stories and saying, yeah, I need to rewrite that final paragraph and that's my re-envisioned story. No, re-envisioned means that you're taking some element of one of those first 2 stories, could be something quite minor in some cases, and reimagining it. So maybe you liked some elements of the conflict, but none of the characters. So that would be a re-envisioned story. So something that really allows you a new way in to the material. But there's something in that material that's salvageable. So might you have some of the same sentences in a re-envisioned story? Well, sure. Might you have whole pages the same? Getting unlikely there. Might you have basically the same story with a different beginning or a different ending? No, that's certainly not re-envisioned story. That's an edited story. And my hope is that you'll all edit your stories and go on to publish them and share them in different venues and different platforms. So yeah, I hope you always edit your work, but that's not what we're talking about for the final assignment. We're talking about something reimagined in some way. And oftentimes these stories are the strongest of the course because you've had some experience now getting some feedback, and you've all hopefully read each other's stories and you've read the published work. And so I think you should look at this as an opportunity to do something sort of exciting, something a little bit new, or return to something that you wanted to reimagine or reinvestigate in some way. So looking forward to that final round of stories. As always, please post any questions you might have in the discussion forum, where I'll make a post that has some of the same information in it. All right, good luck. Happy writing.